is when you start out with one of your first kicks, roundhouse, side, and now you want to go into a combo, I kind of feel stuck what to do next. And so it's...
So you don't have any combos on deck that you can come up with?
Right, it's like I kick and they go down, their hands go down, I can come in and punch, but I feel lost.
Okay, when you are initiating a combination, honestly, there's really only 4 things that can lead off a combo, a good combo. And it's going to be with the left side of the body. You're almost never going to start a combo with the right side. I can't think of any instance where you would start with the right side. So with that said, in terms of the hand, it's mostly going to be jab that starts a combo. You can use a hook sometimes, but even then it's better to jab then hook, which then brings us to the legs. And it's the lead leg you want to use in our system because it's the most proximal to the target already. And we even have a little mnemonic that you can use to remember the possibilities of starting, and it has to do with your feet. You can be parallel feet, you can be 1 foot 45, and you can be 1 foot perpendicular. And that's just kind of a shorthand for you to think that I can lead with a front kick, or from 45 I can lead with a roundhouse kick, or from parallel I can lead with a side kick. So it's going to be one of those 4 things really when you start a combination. Because like if we're fighting, first of all, top or bottom I have to keep you guessing. Left and right I have to keep you guessing. And as I go about it, I'm going to choose the one that's, oh, there's an opportunity, then I'm going to come and follow up, right? So I saw the gap and I kicked there. Now you may block this. The gap is there for me to attack.
Right.
When I see a gap here, it means I'm either going to get it with a quick surprise and it's going to get you, and then you'll be stunned and then I can go. Or you're going to block it, and then as you block it, either with your hand or your legs, probably front leg, yeah. You're busy now. And now it gives me an opportunity to come in. In terms of the combination you do from there, you have things you've worked on. Jab, cross, hook, 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 hook. Jab, cross, hook, hook, come here, sweep. Jab, cross, uppercut, over the top, hook, sweep. Those are just combos you build on the bag. And they come out naturally, but they're also going to come out based on what you see. Like the way you're blocking here, I know that because you're putting pressure here, you're open here. Because you're taking this blow here, I know you're open here. And as you crunch from that, I know you're open here. And it just comes up, this is open here. So you just feel that in the course of your combination. But also generally, just like in chess, you're thinking of the macro game. And that is where I'm placing myself in relation to you. So even though I'm taking opportunities as they occur, I'm migrating this way. So even in the course of my throwing combinations, I'm moving over here because this is going to open up more for me. And it's also going to deprive you of counterattacks. So you have your micro, small scale things that you're hitting, and then your macro, which is where you're placing yourself to take away from your opportunities for counters. So in terms of having combos, though, you just need to have ones that you've practiced. And generally, left, right, left, left, or left, right, left, right, left, left, right.
Gotcha.
They're things that you've worked on. And those you just have to have in muscle memory.
If I'm like backing out, then you probably try to kick.
If you're backing out,
or like if you're coming and I'm blocking,
okay,
I'm saying more of like,
so let's
punch, punch, and then you turn into a spin kick or something.
Yeah. Okay, well that's the other thing. Generally speaking, I was talking about micro finding shots, and I was talking about the macro movement and migration of where I place myself. There's also a format for combinations. And they generally follow a 3-stage format. I've always likened it to modern military warfare. Like when we attack a country, the first thing that goes in is the planes. So you neutralize the air, you take away their air defense, and because you can do that, once you have air superiority, you can then bomb their communications and their runways, etc. Once that's taken out, you have air support for your own troops to invade. So you send in your armor and your infantry. And then I would call this like the punches. And then once you've sent the troops, and then they can occupy and actually settle and conquer the populace, and that would be the grapple. Or they can just destroy the whole thing, and that would be like a spin kick or a backside kick. Right?
I see.
So the 3 stages are first thing I need to do is neutralize your kicking. So the first thing is a dogfight between kicks.
Right.
So it's my kicks versus your kicks. And if I do this, that's me stopping your runway. Now you can't take your planes off. So that brought me in time or range to now my hands are in play. So this is now the troops, my dukes, my troops, right? And then once the troops have conquered and gained superiority, then we occupy, which is the sweep and the takedown and lock. Or it's just too much, and so we just finish with a spin kick that knocks the person out, or a big backside kick that destroys their core. So that's the 3 stages of combination. And every combination you throw has to work according to those parameters and with those goals.
Makes sense. Okay.